We have with us here today respected Dr. Manisha Gaur ma'am from Indore. Ma'am is a trailblazer in every sense of humanity. She is a rare talent of unwavering optimism. She has spent years making people master their own destiny. The experience and transformation her followers go through are profound. She is an international motivational speaker, celebrity life coach, NLP master trainer, career counselor, writer, and peace activist. Ma'am is a true gem in all senses and has immense knowledge to bring about transformation. And as an outcome of this, she has been guiding and counseling people around her. Let me share with you all that her biggest asset is her simplicity, which attracts people towards her. We are overwhelmed with your precious presence, dear ma'am. We welcome you. Now, I would like to invite our next speaker for this particular webinar, that is Dr. Manisha Gaur from Indore. Over to you, ma'am.
Right. So namaste first, sabko everyone. Just hello from India, and with this starting that thanks to Devaditya Foundation for arranging a talk on such an important subject, because nowadays I am taking a lot of cases of emotional things. There are a lot of people, the students, youngsters, the people who are not having jobs, the business people who are just shaky about what is going on in future and everything. So a lot of important to discuss on this subject. And thank you to Devaditya Foundation. Thank you to Mr. Indra Bhuvan Singh and Meeta. And this, where is Markin? I think Markin is somewhere. So thank you to Markin ji also. Okay, and a very good work you're doing, Mr. Indra Bhuvan ji, and your team. So you said one word that we need to make the impossible to possible for these children. So believe me, nothing is impossible when the workers are like you and your team. So nothing is impossible. Together we can and we will make a difference. We all with you and together we'll do that. So don't worry about these children and about this world, because if there are questions, definitely there are answers. Whenever we get a question, we get three answers at least. So no worries about that. And thank you, Raina, Cassandra, and Susai. Mukta, I think not there, to join us for this discussion. And Rania, I must say you are a very good teacher because you completed everything and you never stopped before that. You completed each and every aspect of the subject. So that's a good thing, very good thing about the teachers. And teachers, I must say, teachers should be trained in psychology. They should understand the emotions and they should be emotionally intelligent. Otherwise, it's really tough to understand the emotions of children. Because in the case of adults, we can train them in a lot of things. But in case of children's, we need to give them atmosphere so that they become like whatever we want, because they're very small to understand the jargons of the subjects, like what is emotion, what is emotional intelligence, what is emotional failure. It's important to have the teachers who understand this and who can give the atmosphere to develop their intelligence towards emotions. So thank you, Rania, for the very good presentation. Okay. Now, first of all, I want to, because you covered a lot, so I have to start from where you covered the things which remains, and I'll pick up some cases to discuss this so that the people who are watching us, they can understand how we can deal with, and they at least come to know whether they are emotionally intelligent or not, because it's really tough to understand for a person by self that whether I'm emotionally intelligent or I'm not. So I'm giving some conditions so that the people who are watching, they can understand where they need to work upon. Okay. So some first I'll start what are the positive emotion and what are the negative emotions. Some are the positive emotions which we all need. This world need. The first emotion is love, which exists in not only the mankind, which exists in earth, in sky, in environment, in trees, and the animals and birds and everywhere. This is the emotion which this world, every part of this world is having, and it is required for everyone. Then peace. If we are not having peace, then if we achieve a lot, it's no value. So peace is the second most important positive emotion. Happiness. If you're happy, then only you can spread it to anyone. If you're not having happiness inside your internal system, you can't spread it, because whatever you not have, how can you give it to anyone? And I think with what goes around, it comes around. Whatever we give, we get it. So happiness is important in our internal system. And the kindness. Kindness, because we are human, we have that humanity and human values. This is the only asset we need. And in this pandemic era, we need to take care of human assets. In general, we take care of everything we have in the home, in the office, the tables, the walls, the glasses, everything we take care every day. But the human asset, which is very much important, and somehow we're not taking care of that very minutely, very strongly, which is very much important, because at the end of the day, we need people. How much money you have, how much buildings you have, how much physical stuff you have. At the end of the day, you need your good friend, your ma, your papa, your loved ones, your relations. So man, woman, and human is important at the end of the day. So we need to take care of the human asset, and we all here to take care of human assets. And human asset management, I think, is the most important subject after this pandemic and during this pandemic era. And some of the negative emotions which are present widely these days: anger, hurt, guilt, sadness, fear, stress, and all. And because the people who are having this, they are behaving badly, and they're not even ready to understand their emotions. And if they're not ready to understand their emotions, it's nowhere possible to understand the emotion of others, like friends or relatives or neighbors or colleagues. So we need to take care first to understand how the people understand. So I am going to talk first. How you know that you have a bit need to work upon emotions. How you come to know that I have a little less side of emotional intelligence. And there are two part. One is emotionally intelligence, and one is not able to understand the emotions of self. And then if you're not able to understand the emotion of self, it's not possible to understand the emotion of others. So let's start with these signs of low emotional intelligence. Because if we talk about the emotional intelligence component, then Rania explained that very well. So, what are the signs of low emotional intelligence? If anybody is watching, they can figure out. Number one, the people who are having low emotional intelligence, they always have to be right. Wherever the conversation happening, wherever they talking, they have to be the last person to say and to discuss and to prove that I am right. They always want to prove, even whatever the discussion is, whatever the point is, they don't want to listen, they are not ready to listen. They just want to prove I'm right. So if anybody is listening and having an habit of proving yourself right everywhere, then mind it, guys. You need to work upon your emotions. and you need to be smartly smartly telling people that you're not emotionally intelligent. Okay. Number two, the people who are having low emotional intelligence, they are oblivious to other people's feeling. They are oblivious to other people's feeling. They don't understand what my spouse is having feeling about me, what my children's having feeling about me, what my colleagues are feeling about me, what are happening in the surroundings, what are the people talking about me. They are least concerned about that. They are even not taking care, they're damn about what the other people's, their relatives, their friends, their neighbors, their colleagues are having the emotion about them. So if you don't care what the other people have the emotions about yourself, and you're talking, you're making your statements without understanding that, then kindly take care and take care about your learnings about the emotions. Number three, the people who are having low, way low emotional intelligence, they behave insensitively. They behave insensitively. They can make a joke out of a tragic event. They can laugh about when their colleague is talking about the death of something or some bad incidents. If anybody is talking about some accidents happens in their life, they can put three more events of accidents and put it as a joke or as a very normal event. So they are very insensitive. They are not taking care of what other person want to say, what the feelings when they had any accident or any trauma or any bad event in their life. They just talk very insensitive. So if any of you who are watching, all of us, is walking like these things, talking like these things, behaving like, kindly take care, because you're hurting a lot of people. And somehow, as I said, what goes around, it comes from around. If you are spreading hurt, you are spreading anything like this, it will come to you. And then you will have a question, why I'm getting these things? And then you don't remember that you spreaded that. Okay. Number four, the people who are having the low emotional intelligence, they blame others for their problems. Anything bad happen in their life, they, rather than checking with self, they just find someone to blame, some person, some circumstances, anything. They just find out someone to blame, so they start blaming for all their stuff having, or during any bad situations, they start blaming one or other person. He did that, who did that, and because of them it happens, because of the circumstances it happened, because they are not checking with them, they are just blaming and blaming and blaming. And the consequences are, when you start blaming to anyone, you're not going to get any success, you're not going to get any goal you finalized. Because if you're not taking responsibilities of your failures, you can't get to know about the feedbacks. And if you're not having the list of feedbacks, next time again you're doing the same mistake, and same failures comes again and again and again, because you're getting it, not the right things, you're blaming and blaming and blaming. So believe me, the moment you start blaming, taking feedback, and utilizing that feedback, you will start getting success difference. So whoever watching, please take care. Number five, they have very poor coping skills, can't deal with emotional fallout. Anytime when they get something bad emotions, if they get some hurt or guilt or fear, they are not able to cope up with those situations, and they always try to run away with these situations. They're not able to face those situations, and they always run away from the situations. And the moment they have the habit to run away, they're not able to face any situations. And if they are not able to face any situations, there are no answers for them, because they are not facing the questions. So if they're not facing the questions, how can they get the answers of the solutions? So they're not getting answers and they're not getting solutions, and then they get frustrations and other things. Again, the bad emotions and bad emotions and bad emotions, and running and running and running. So running or leaving the things as they are is not the solution. Facing, dealing with them is the solutions. So find out, be brave, be strong, be energetic to face any question or any bad thing happening in your life. Then only you will have the way to complete your goals, and you will have the moments of success in your life. Okay. Next, these people who are having very poor emotional intelligence, low and emotional intelligence, they have a lot time, and very often they have emotional outburst, you know. And smallest thing happen in their life, and they start feeling sorrow, and that continues for the hours and for the days and for the weeks, because they have that outburst, because they don't have the analytical skills, they don't have what is happening, why skills, and how I can get out of that. So when they get that outburst, they have a sorrow for the weeks, for the days, for the hours. If they start feeling frustration, the frustration keeps going for the day, for the day, for the day, for the day, and continues to harm them emotionally, physically, mentally, and they will not get their mind, body, and soul in one rhythm. So they have a lot of outbursts. If any of you who are watching this program, if you start hurting yourself, and you think for the 2 days you're sitting and feeling that bad emotion for 2 hours, for 3 hours, you're not getting out of it, kindly check yourself and find out a good friend, good relative, talk to your spouse or your parents or anyone about the situation and get out of it. Okay, because you need to be emotionally intelligent, my dear friend, to fight anything in this world. Okay, next. The people who are having low intelligence, low intelligence in terms of the emotions, they struggle with the relationships. If they are children, they have very bad relationship with the parents. If their wife, no good relationship with husband. If their husband keep fighting with the wife, and if you are into the office, you are having always problems with your colleagues. You're not able to maintain the relationship. You are always struggling with the relationship, and you're always complaining that my children are not good, or my spouse is having this problem, or my colleagues, I'm not having good office, bad boss, bad subordinates, because you're not able to maintain the relationships, you're not able to understand the emotions of your loved ones. And when you're not able to understand the emotions of your loved ones, how can you respond? Then always you react, and you react, your reactions come again with the same reactions, and then the relations are not very cool, very healthy. So if you're struggling with the any emotional, any relationships, if you're struggling with the relationship with your children, with your spouse, with your friends, with your colleagues, kindly check with yourself and talk to some teacher, so talk to someone who love or someone you trust, and get out of this. Because as I said, again I'm telling, at the end of the day, we need people. Whatever you earn, whatever you have, the best part in your office, when you come back, you want a smiling wife, you want a smiling children, and you want a healthy atmosphere in your family. And that is the only important thing in this world at the end of the day. Okay. Now, friends, um, the people who are having low emotional intelligence, they always turn any conversation towards them. Whatever you're talking to them, they convert that conversation towards them. If you're saying, I am having this, they will say 10 things that I have this. If you say, I have one small problem, they'll come with 7 problems. Oh, you have this, I have that, I have that, I have that, I have that. They have to turn all the conversations towards them, and they have to end it with them. Okay, you have one good thing, I have 7. You have one bad things, I have 20. You have one bad friend, I have 10. And you have one good thing, I have so many, 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 many. So this is a sign that the person is having low emotional intelligence. They need to work upon their intelligence. Okay. And the last, number 9, they create problems in others' life. The people who don't understand their emotions and who don't even understand others' emotions, they create problems with others' life. They create problems because they don't understand that I have solutions within. You know, all the problems which we have in our life, we as an NLPer, I can say there is a very famous presupposition. It's all in your brain, no resource required to solve your problems. If you understand your brain, if you have command in your mind, you can train your mind. If you have and if you know that what my mind wants, sometimes we used to say, I don't like, I don't do, my mind is not well, and my mind don't allow me to do this and this and that and that. So guys, if you are not controlling your mind, how can you control this world? And if your mind is not listening you, how the people can listen you, and why this world listen to you if you're not listening yourself? Your mind is not listening yourself, and mind is not doing what you want. So if you say, my mind doesn't want this, it means you're not able to train your mind. So just be the master of your mind. And if you be the master of your mind, you can be the master of anybody's mind. And then you create, opportunities and success in your life, and you're able to create opportunities and success in others' life. So in short, if we understand the emotional intelligence, number 1, emotional awareness, the ability to identify the name of your own emotion and understand and make the understand other people your emotion. Number 2, the ability to harness those emotions and apply them to tasks like thinking and problem solving. Number 3, ability to manage emotions, which includes both regulating one's own emotions when necessary and helping others to do the same when required with anyone. We can say that a sensitivity to emotional signals, both from within oneself and from one's social environment, could make one a better parent, better friend, better leader, and better partner. I think I took my time, but I conclude with 2 things. We believe in every behavior has a positive intention in some context, because we all together gather here to make this world a very small part of this world, making emotionally intelligent. So we need to understand the behaviors. what is the positive intention behind those behaviors. In a very small example, if there is a person or one of my friend or colleague, anyone come to me and start abusing me and saying bad things about me, and you're so and you're so and you're so, there are three ways to talk to self, because emotional intelligence start from self. How we talk to ourselves, it decide that how intelligent we are. So if this incident happens with me, there are three ways to think. Number one, I can think this person start abusing me once. If I strongly behave, then once for all, he or she will never do this. So I can do one thing, I get aggressive, way highly aggressive, and I can slap. Okay, how dare you to talk to me like this? How dare you to think about me like this? This is one reaction. Number two reaction is, if I'm not that aggressive, but I really felt bad, ki you're talking me about this, so I can converse in the same manner. He says or she says one, I say two. Then they say two, I say four. Then they say four, I say eight. And we start fighting together with the bad words, with the bad tone, and with the bad vibrations. And number three, the best response is, if I know myself, if I have done the analysis about me, if I know what Dr. Manisha Gaur is, what are my abilities, what are my capabilities, what are my limitations, then whatever this person is talking to me is meaningless. Because whatever you say, it's your mouth, you can say anything. So I can say with a smile that you are my friend for 5 years and you're talking these things about me. Definitely there is something good. I will just complete my work and go home and think about this. Can you repeat it once more? So if I go with this response, then the other person is surprisingly stop, I think. And maybe he or she says, I am not talking about your capabilities, I am just abusing you. And I can respond, that's okay, that's your words, I'll definitely take care, but I think I love you, dear friend. Just repeat, and I'll go home and think about that. So if there's a response is there, then no fighting is there, no vibration loss is there, and the world is so peaceful. So if I know myself, if I know my emotions, if I analysis myself and I know what I am, it doesn't matter what people says about me. And there is a saying that everyone is not thinking like what I am. They think, what is he saying? What is she saying? What is they talking? What are they talking? So don't think about the world. Just think about the self, your internal system, your senses. Your senses are the decision maker. What is going outside? What are you taking? How you're taking to your unconscious, and how your unconscious making the internal system, and according to that internal representation, your behavior becomes. So if you know how to take thick insights, what to take thick insights and what not to take, where not to react, you just need to respond to yourself. If you know that, you'll be always happy, always peaceful, and always grateful to this world. And if I have those positive emotions inside me, then I am able to spread it. So thank you everyone for listening, for having me in here and calling me. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
It was very fantastic, ma'am. It was really, I can say, very nicely presented and nicely, commented, and with the great example, I can say, means what I feel. You try to put up everything with the example. Means it should be something like learning by doing and doing by seeing.
Yeah.
So our audience can see where they stand. where they fall.
Yeah.
Whether they fall under low category, medium category, or high category, so they can self-analyze.
Yeah.
It's a kind of self-assessment, you can say. And what is our, I think, the whole agenda of this webinar, this self-assessment and self-awareness. So wonderful, ma'am, and especially your this examples of low emotional intelligence, which you have given, and like people are very argumentative in nature. They are not ready to accept they are wrong. Always they fight. I am right. I am right. Even till last. So it's very common what is said. It's a very common, and I think so everywhere in any part of the world we can have such kind of peoples, those who are very argumentative in nature. And for another thing you put, which I very impressed, and especially your emotional outburst. Even if you ask me, even I have seen this kind of things in my life also, where people lose their temperament, people lose their connections, and they become speechless when they don't know what they are talking. So it's a really very I think so. We must have some say on this, where we have to keep control, or where we have to keep check post. Then our life can go in a smooth way. And that is the, I can say, this is the need of the hour. In, not only because of this current pandemic situation, and we gathered here through this webinar session. I think so, even before this pandemic situation, this emotional intelligence is highly needed. And it's lacking almost, I think so, any part of world or any sort of peoples. So this we need to improve. And last one, which I feel, master of your mind. That is the best part I can say. Means in my all audience and all our guest speakers, and especially even ma'am, Miss Dr. Rania Lampu. She also nicely presented all in a very good manner and good way. As you said, she is a fantastic teacher, and even I am really amazed